I've been building a note-taking app. Let's take a look at it. I don't want to use an existing app because there's always some new customization or little tweak that I want. And I also have no patience for all the 1% and 2% use cases from everyone else that get put into a shared app and cause its complexity to go up and lead to basically the web browsers we have today. So the idea I've been pursuing for a few years now is 20% tools that work for you 80% of the time. And if you want something more, well, create a fork. Forks are highly encouraged in this model, and they can be shared between groups of people to reduce the overheads of development and maintenance. But the key benefit they provide is that the forks can evolve divergently, and you pay less overheads for features that you don't use. Okay, so back to the note-taking app. As you might expect, this app manages all the files in some specific hard-coded directory. There's no markdown yet, but as you can see, there's some simple line drawings that it allows. The individual files, the panes that you see are basically text files, and there's no way to overlap them. It's just a large 2D surface with multiple columns. If you pan around with the mouse, let me do that, you can see that it gives you this metaphor of a smooth, infinite surface. There's no nested scroll bars. I hate those. The goal is for spatial relationships to be utterly stable until you change them. You just have a viewport into a large surface and commands for random access along it. Let's look at a command. I'm pressing Control Enter, and that pops up a command palette. Over the last 30 years, we've learned that command palettes are efficient for experts and also discoverable to newcomers. That's the best of both worlds. When you look at the commands, the alternatives in the command palette, they also give you a sense of keyboard shortcuts. So I know that I can edit any note by pressing Control X. So let me first just pick the top option. I'm going to just press Enter, and that creates a new note. And I can type as usual. I can also create new drawings. Let me make a circle. Freehand, as you can see down here. And then I'll press Control X, and now it's not in edit mode anymore. At any given time on the surface, you can only have a single pane, a single file that's edited. Another thing here is that the cursor shows up here. This is in edit mode. If I scroll out of this pane, it's off screen. Any keys I press, I'm pressing random keys right now. Oh, they do show up. I think if I scroll up a little further, yeah, so they don't show up. There's some error here. Anyway, that's the metaphor I'm going for, is at any given time you can edit one thing, but you can only affect things that are in your viewport. When they go out of the viewport, you can't have action at a distance. There's a better way to create a new note, so let's look at that. I'm going to close Pensive, and I'm going to open a new app, a whole new app called Capture. What Capture does is puts me in a blank slate. I've often opened an app to capture something only to get distracted by something on the screen that it shows me. So there's a tension between providing a stable sense of place for browsing and a blank slate for writing. Separate apps feels like the best of both worlds. And once I capture something new, so let me write something and close it. Now I can go back to Pensive, and it pops up on the left here. That's all I have so far. I hope to release this in a few days. Thank you.